Welcome to the Cosmos Ecosystem News Roundup. Here are the top stories in Cosmos in the first half of August. dYdX v4 public testnet updates, token migration, MEV protection, and more. Today we are covering many exciting updates about the upcoming dYdX v4 mainnet in Cosmos, such as the token migration from Ethereum, the new dYdX chain in Cosmos, the fee schedule, staking, and other parameters, MEV protection in partnership with Skip Protocol, updates about the new public testnet, and more. Babylon BTC staking, in-depth review of the Babylon BTC staking litepaper, currently being integrated by several Cosmos projects for enhanced security. Cosmos Hub V11 upgrade, WORMHOLE Gateway Chain Launch, connecting liquidity and users from over 23 blockchains to the Cosmos ecosystem. Minimum 5% commission in the Cosmos Hub. In-depth review of the current discussion in the Cosmos Hub forum to increase minimum commission to 5%. Secret Ethereum announced. What is it and what is the implementation roadmap announced by Secret Network? Stride liquid staked Atom and OSMO new delegation program. Eligibility requirements, timelines, evaluation councils, and more. Focus sections about Osmosis, Injective, Secret Network, Persistence, Chain 4 Energy, Juno, AssetMantle, Stride, and crypto regulations and compliance updates with MME and JB. All this and much more in this episode. And now for today's top stories. A new version of dYdX v4 public testnet launched on August 10th, with additional features better representing the final feature set of the upcoming dYdX v4 mainnet. While the first version of the dYdX v4 public testnet just had the BTC and ETH markets, this new testnet version has over 30 markets available. Some of the features included are rewards of testnet governance, tokens for users as they trade, as well as being able to see and pay trading fees. Dynamic margin requirements were also introduced in this testnet version, as well as several non-user-facing upgrades and improvements. Information was also released regarding the dYdX ERC20 token migration from Ethereum to the dYdX v4 chain in Cosmos. For this migration, the dYdX Foundation has commissioned the development of an Ethereum smart contract, as well as the user interface for the smart contract. The corresponding dYdX tokens on Ethereum will be distributed to users in the dYdX v4 chain in Cosmos by validators, since the dYdX v4 chain validators will be able to see the information in the migration smart contract. This smart contract is expected to be deployed on the Ethereum mainnet before the mainnet launch of the dYdX v4 chain, expected before the end of September next month. In addition, the dYdX Foundation plans to coordinate the open sourcing of the source code of both the Ethereum smart contract as well as the user interface code. Some additional parameters and information about dYdX v4 were released. Initially, it's expected that there will be 100 active set validators, and there will be a minimum commission of 5%. The unbonding period will be 30 days. In addition, the tax for the community pool will be set to 0%. And there will be a downtime jail time of 60 seconds, but it seems no downtime or double sign slashing. The downtime jailing condition will be less than 20% signed blocks in the window of 12,000 blocks of around 5 hours. The fee schedule was also shared, and it is included here for both the taker and maker fees. Moreover, after each successful trade, users could earn trading rewards up to 100% of a fill's net trading fees, and these rewards will be paid in the governance token. Another important update is a collaboration between dYdX and Skip Protocol to develop a public dashboard showing how much MEV each validator may be extracting. This is very important because given the design of dYdX v4 with an in-memory off-chain order book run by validators, they could extract MEV, which is a harmful behavior. Thanks to this dashboard, dYdX stakers will be able to see malicious validators extracting MEV, and hence they could choose to delegate to honest validators instead. We are really excited about the upcoming dYdX v4 chain, so we have joined the testnet and we will be amongst the mainnet validators in the upcoming dYdX v4 mainnet. 𝐂𝐤𝐴TL has been delegating for a long time already, over 6.6 million ATOM to top 50 validators, or 1.4 million ATOM to top 50 to 95, and just 75k ATOM to 95 to 180 validators. When the Cosmos Hub launched in 2019, the OGs remember that 𝐂𝐤𝐴TL and RL used to tweet about how they were improving the decentralization and the Nakamoto coefficient in the Cosmos Hub with their delegations. However, for some reason, they stopped the delegation program a long time ago, and since then, they have been instead contributing to stake centralization in the Cosmos Hub by mostly delegating a large amount of ATOM to some of the largest validators. We decided to start a poll on Twitter asking the Cosmos community whether 𝐂𝐤𝐴TL should restart their delegation program to support improving the decentralization of the Cosmos Hub, as well as rewarding validators who are adding value with both technical or community contributions. The vast majority voted yes in the poll, showing that the Cosmos community wants 𝐂𝐤𝐴TL to restart the delegation program. However, following the poll, it seems that no comment was made yet by 𝐂𝐤𝐴TL. We hope that they listen to the Cosmos community and decide to contribute again to the decentralization of the Cosmos Hub as they were doing in 2019. Unlocking 21 million Bitcoin to secure the decentralized economy. Proof-of-stake security is extremely capital intensive. Enormous capital needs to be staked to secure it. On the other hand, the largest crypto asset, 21 million Bitcoins, are mostly idle and unencumbered. Why not harnessing the idle Bitcoins to bolster the economic security of proof-of-stake chains and dApps? An impossible mission. Bitcoin network only has a scripting language with a limited expressiveness, i.e. no turning complete smart contracts, which prevents it from understanding any off-BTC chain events. Thus, to have utility outside the Bitcoin network, the Bitcoins had to be wrapped, bridged, or sent to a third-party custody. None of them are secure. They all need a trust on a third party. This is why most of the Bitcoins are idle. Securely utilizing them to protect the decentralized economy seems like a mission impossible. Babylon's Bitcoin staking protocol. Trustless, secure, and fast. The key to POS security is to slash the stake if the staker attacks the POS chain. Babylon uses cutting-edge cryptographic technologies such as extract one-time signature, or EOTS for short, to convert slashable POS attacks to expendable BTC UTXOs for burning. This primitive, together with BTC's native time lock, allows Bitcoin holders to stake their Bitcoins and participate in POS security by simply locking their Bitcoins on the BTC network. No third party is involved, and the Bitcoins are secure as long as the staker does not attack the POS chains. Babylon also applies the most advanced BTC timestamping protocol to enable tight synchronization between BTC and POS chains, which allows fast unbonding of the staked Bitcoins. Babylon's Bitcoin staking protocol, a modular and scalable two-sided market. Babylon's Bitcoin staking protocol creates a two-sided market and acts as the control plane of the market. Bitcoin holders can securely lock their Bitcoins and choose which POS chains to stake for and earn yields from. POS chains and dApps can opt in to Bitcoin-backed security and enjoy high security, healthy economics, and broader adoption. The protocol is modular and secure any POS chain. It also enables scalable restaking for Bitcoin holders. Bitcoin staking concept. For the first time, Bitcoin holders can earn yields from their idle Bitcoins in a secure way. No third-party trust, no Bitcoin bridging to any other chain. Bitcoin holders can simply lock their Bitcoins in a self-custodial way to gain the rights to validate POS chains and earn yields as a return. Powered by the fast unbonding and scalable restaking features of the protocol, Bitcoin stakers can also enjoy maximal liquidity and yields. Bitcoin staking protocol uses the remote staking approach and navigates around the absence of smart contracts. Using advanced cryptography, consensus protocol innovations, and optimized use of the Bitcoin scripting language. Key components enabling this protocol are staking contracts via Bitcoin convenient emulation. With no native smart contract layer on Bitcoin, staking contracts are realized using UTXO transactions. These transactions use Bitcoin script and follow certain conditions for spending funds, simulating a Bitcoin convenant. These convenants have been proposed for inclusion in a future upgrade of Bitcoin script. Automated slashing via accountable assertions and finality gadgets. The absence of smart contracts means that safety violation evidences can't be typically processed on Bitcoin. The protocol sidesteps this by utilizing a staker's private key as evidence, leading to slashing. This solution is modular and can be used atop various BFT consensus protocols, making the technology adaptable to different POS chains. Fast unbonding via Bitcoin timestamping. In native POS staking, unbonding times can be lengthy. However, in the proposed Bitcoin staking protocol, unbonding can be expedited due to Bitcoin's inherent resistance to long-range attacks. The key is to synchronize the POS chain closely with the Bitcoin chain using a technique known as Bitcoin timestamping, which helps in recording POS block hashes and staker voting data on the Bitcoin chain. Wormhole Gateway is a new Cosmos chain connecting liquidity and users from over 23 blockchains to the Cosmos ecosystem, and this is achieved with one simple IBC integration. Moreover, there are no additional bridge fees included. This is really exciting since amongst these 23 blockchains are, for example, Ethereum or Solana. Wormhole mentioned that more details will be shared soon about when or how users or projects will be able to start using Wormhole Gateway. The Cosmos Hub V11 upgrade happened on August 16th. It included updates of replicated security, the global fee module, and also the removal of the liquidity module according to the previous proposal, 801. The liquid staking module was not included in this upgrade, but it is expected for the next V12 upgrade. Simply Staking previously led important governance discussions in the Cosmos Hub, such as increasing the community pool tax to 10% or the replicated security third-party audit. There is a new discussion about adding a minimum commission of 5% in the Cosmos Hub. Some additional ideas discussed related to this are increasing this minimum 5% commission further as new consumer chains join the Cosmos Hub as a form of tax for Atom stakers to contribute to the cost of consumer chains, since currently only validators are covering these costs. These ideas seem great. We fully support them, and the proposal could include both the minimum 5% fee as well as a gradual increase of this minimum fee for each new consumer chain onboarded. Previously, a governance proposal to add a minimum fee of 5% in the Cosmos Hub was rejected. But the situation was very different at that time without the additional costs of consumer chains for validators. The 5% minimum commission will prevent validators attracting large delegations just by offering 0% fee or very low fees. This will be positive because delegators won't simply choose validators with 0% or very low fee. Instead, since the minimum fee will be 5%, they will more carefully select validators based on other differentiating variables such as uptime, governance participation, contributions, and more. This will help to create a more sustainable and robust validator set in the Cosmos Hub. Furthermore, the competition will be more balanced since validators will no longer have to compete against other validators, offering 0% fee or a very low fee to attract delegations. Since almost a third of the Cosmos Hub validators have a fee of less than 5%, if this proposal is successful, it is likely that there will be major redelegations and stake redistribution within the Cosmos Hub. Cosmoverse is scheduled this year for the 2nd to the 4th of October in Istanbul. The last round of general admission tickets went live, and as in the previous Cosmoverse editions, the ticket platform is powered by Omniflix. Osmosis mentioned that via a collaboration with Celestia, the construction of fraud proofs for mesh security will be facilitated. By validators running Celestia Lite nodes, then Osmosis could guarantee data availability faults also. And that is important since data needs to be available to construct fraud proofs for slashing due to state validity faults. Moreover, thanks to this integration with Celestia, it will soon be possible for rollups to access liquidity and make cross-chain payments for data availability fees on Celestia using any token available on Osmosis. In summary, Osmosis would be a connector between the IBC ecosystem and modular chains. Once Namada launches, shielded swamps will be available on Osmosis, and these shielded swamps would be executed in a second as a single step. This feature will enable Osmosis users to privately swap tokens. Furthermore, shielded swamps will be a universal application, not only for Osmosis. This means that private interactions will be allowed for any chain connected to Namada, and not only IBC-compatible chains. So this would include, for example, staking /ETH amongst many other potential applications. Juno Proposal 311 passed to implement the upgrade Invictus v16. Some of the highlights amongst the updates and new features are the upgrade to Cosmos SDK to v47 and Comet BFT to v0.37, adding Skip's protocol-owned MEV builder, the X/NFT module, and more. There's an interesting discussion in the Persistence Governance Forum regarding Persistence Community-Owned Liquidity, or PCOL for short, to bootstrap the pstake/XPRT pool on Dexter. This idea would enable both the Persistence community to own liquidity and also the community pool be better diversified. In addition, this proposed PCOL system aligns with the key pillars for a successful DeFi project: dApp traction, ecosystem alignment, and community buy-in. The plan for the PCOL liquidity is to be bonded on Dexter indefinitely, and all rewards to be sent back to the community pool at fixed time intervals of around 2 months. Secret Ethereum was announced with the goal of improving Ethereum's privacy and data confidentiality. The phase 0 of the roadmap started already with BidShop, which is a marketplace on Polygon, facilitating encrypted private bidding via communication with a secret smart contract. In addition, part of phase 0 includes unstoppable wallets with more secure key management. The next phase of the roadmap will be completed by the end of the year, allowing developers on Ethereum to both store and use encrypted data on Secret Network, while at the same time keeping the rest of their applications on Ethereum. This will be enabled by communication between Secret Network and EVM L1/L2s via solutions such as Axelar GMP. After this phase, there will be more phases to enable additional use cases and privacy, and Secret Network will become a privacy-preserving L2 for both Ethereum and the EVM ecosystem. Liquid staked INJ markets are now available on Helix thanks to Stride's STINJ. Stride recently joined the Cosmos Hub as a consumer chain benefiting from the security of the Cosmos Hub, and it is currently the leader in Atom liquid staking. Great news about Meadow Finance, since it is now possible to earn passive yield on gold. This represents the first real-world asset, or RWA for short, vault live on Meadow Finance. Injective has started quests in 𝐂𝐤𝐬𝐬, which is a platform similar to Zealy with the possibility to win access to a personalized ING domain names. Make sure to participate in the 𝐂𝐤𝐬𝐬 quest to have a chance of winning your personalized INJ domain name. The 𝐂𝐸 upgrade was implemented, and it brings several innovative new features for an enhanced user experience with new modules. Some of the highlights include micro NFTs or fractionalized NFTs and modules such as classifications to define different types of identities, orders, or assets. Furthermore, the Identities module facilitates a decentralized identity framework for secure and verified user interactions. Additional new modules included are the Assets, Maintainers, Metas, Orders, and Split modules. AssetMantle released an interesting article covering micro NFTs, also known as fractionalized NFTs, as well as the different use cases enabled thanks to the combination of micro NFTs and interchain NFTs. Here are some of the main highlights, and below you will find a link with all the details. Micro NFTs are a great innovation because they represent smaller portions of the original asset, and therefore they allow for both better NFT accessibility and affordability. Some of the use cases enabled now are, for example, collectible tokens, which means being able to own a small part of a valuable and famous piece of art or new way of fundraising. Furthermore, it is possible also to support the green energy transition by, for example, investing tokens representing ownership in a wind or solar plant. Diversifying in real estate investments is another use case enabled via micro NFTs and interchain NFTs. This means being able to own fractional shares of several properties. This would be similar to a self-made real estate investment trust, or REIT for short, based on NFTs, but with more flexibility, customizability, and possibilities of advanced investment strategies. Many additional use cases are enabled too and covered in the main article. Stride is currently selecting validators to stake their liquid staked Atom and OSMO. The deadline for the Cosmos Hub application was initially the 6th of August, but it was extended until the 14th of August. In addition, the 5 members for the selection councils to review applications for both the Cosmos Hub and Osmosis delegations were selected by Stride, and signaling proposals added in the Cosmos Hub and Osmosis for approval of these proposed council members before they start reviewing and scoring applications. After the deadline on the 14th of August, a total of 81 applications were received for the Cosmos Hub and 59 for Osmosis. The validators who applied were reviewed regarding their eligibility, which consists of 4 requirements: an uptime higher than 99% for the last 3 months, at least 70% governance participation in the last 10 governance proposals, a commission less than or equal to 10% and older than 3 months. Each council member will score both the technical and community contributions of each validator with a total of 5 points for each category. The scores of the 5 council members will then be averaged for each validator, and when there is a conflict of interest, a council member won't score a specific validator. Once each validator receives a final average score, they will be organized in 4 groups: the top 45 validators by amount staked, then the next 45, and so on. Finally, the top validators in each of these groups by average score will be selected for delegations. So, for example, the ones ranked validators in each of the 4 groups will receive the same delegation, and so on. It is expected that once Stride governance approves the new list of validators to delegate, then the delegations will happen towards the end of September. Stride announced that 450k Atom from the Cosmos Hub community pool was provided to the ST Atom/Atom liquidity pool on Neutron's Astroport DEX. This is great news because now this liquidity will facilitate Neutron applications using ST Atom, such as Mars Protocol or upcoming projects such as Fission Finance. C4E announced the EV charging solutions testing program. Applications are open to join this exciting program, and the link is included below in the description to apply. Those who participate will benefit from earlier app access and several discounts following the completion of test missions and in-app registration. If you are an electric vehicle owner, a business owner with an EV charger, or aiming to become an EV charger owner, you should definitely participate in this testing program. Furthermore, by participating in this program, you could have an opportunity to purchase your own and portable EV charger at preferential conditions, to provide your feedback regarding C4E products, and also to learn about the latest updates related to EV charging technology. The Chain 4 Energy's elite quests and quizzes had 300k C4E rewards in July, which was 3 times larger than in June. Amongst different tasks available, some highlights included connecting to the C4E testnet via wallets such as Kelper or Leap, performing tasks in the testnet such as delegating or claiming rewards, and more. C4E announced their integration with Babylon Chain, as several other Cosmos ecosystem projects also recently announced. This is great news, since this integration will enable C4E to improve its network resilience by leveraging BTC security via Babylon, thus making the C4E chain more robust, as well as enabling more secure use cases, including EV charging or energy communities. WorldCoin against regulatory hurdles. On July 24th of 2023, the creator of the widely popular chatbot ChatGPT released its WorldCoin project. The novelty lies in the verification process of the project called Proof of Personhood, indeed to ensure that a user is human and unique on the internet. A future WorldCoin token holder must undergo an iris scan. However, WorldCoin is facing regulatory pushbacks in several countries, especially from data protection regulatories, such as in the UK. The Information Commissioner Office, or ICO for short, statement on WorldCoin said that the regulatory was planning to conduct inquiries about WorldCoin. The ICO stressed that a data protection impact assessment, or DPIA for short, must be conducted by companies before starting any processing that is likely to result in high risk, such as processing special category biometric data. It also pointed out that these organizations also need to have a clear lawful basis to process personal data. Where they are relying on consent is need to be freely given and capable of being withdrawn without detriment. Regulations in France. A spokesperson of the CNIL, or Commission nationale française de l'informatique et de liberté, France's data protection watchdog, reportedly told Reuters that the legality of this collection seems questionable, as do the conditions for storing biometric data. However, at the EU level, the Bavarian State Office for Data Protection Supervision is the competent authority to carry out the assessment. In Kenya, the Kenyan government has paused the WorldCoin project for privacy and consumer protection concerns. As an example, the Communications Authority of Kenya raised in its statement different issues, such as the lack of clarity on the security and storage of the biometric data. FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried sent to jail ahead of his trial at the August 11, 2023 hearing in the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York. Judge Lewis Kaplan sided with federal prosecutors to revoke Bankman-Fried's bail after alleged witness tampering. In his oral order, Judge Lewis Kaplan listed several events that led him to conclude that there is probable cause to believe the defendant tried to tamper with witnesses at least twice. In particular, he cited the fact that Bankman-Fried had contacted a large number of former employees, among which the former U.S. General Counsel and the leak of former Alameda Research CEO Caroline Ellison's private diary to the New York Times. As Judge Lewis Kaplan denied Bankman-Fried's lawyer request to delay detention, the former CEO of FTX was remanded to custody directly after the hearing, where he is expected to remain until his criminal trial, which is scheduled to begin on October 2nd of 2023. And that is all for today's Cosmos Ecosystem Bi-Weekly Review. So if you enjoyed it, Cosmonauts, remember to click that like button, subscribe button, and the bell icon too. Thank you, Cosmonauts, for all your nice comments in the previous videos, and also many thanks to those of you staking with us. We really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you Cosmonauts very soon in the next episode.